Hello once again, the peoples, and welcome to Let's Play Ghostmaster, Part 7, I think. In the last part, we cleared the boat mission, Deadfellas, which is the only time we're going to be in this entire large section of the map sectioned off for the ocean. But hey, it's okay. It's cool, because now we're going to be doing what is ironically one of the more easy missions in the game, despite having the most number of person that can destroy your ghosts in it as any mission can have, which is 3. Now, before we go in here, I'm just going to check the ghoul room to see if there are no upgrades that I can hand out, and then, when we're done there, we'll be set and ready to go. So you can see the ghoul room's really filling up. We've got Moonscream, Fingers is in the piano room, having fun with that guy. We got these guys over here. This room we'll never visit again because those ghosts are kind of bad. Who was it that I wanted to upgrade? Now, the mission we're about to do, Face Packs and Broomsticks, the witch mission, there is a slight problem in that the mission's really easy, but only if you take a specific exploit workaroundy thing. I'm just wondering if Legion is worth getting. You know what? Let's save up Gold Plasm. There are a few powers that I'd like to get for the coming missions. So, Face Packs and Broomsticks.
The perky antics of the insufferable salamder sorority house are excruciating at best. Ordinarily, they would be beneath our attention, but since your recent success terrifying the Alpha Tau fraternity, they have become strangely cautious. The sorority house recently accepted 3 new pledges as part of a plan to protect themselves against any future attacks from the spirit world. A coven of student witches. The mortals must not be encouraged to invite protection against us. Swift and decisive action is required. Drive the witches away from the sorority house.
So, downstairs in the basement, the witches have one of our ghosts, one of the best ghosts, locked up. He's the first fire elemental that we get our hands on. He is, along with them, powering an elemental circle of protection, which prevents the witches from being harmed by our magic. Unfortunately for them, this is not a one-way street. If we bring a team with 3 elementals and 3 other ghosts, we can capture their circle of protection and turn their own defensive magic against them, preventing them from banishing our ghosts and effectively turning them into 3 bog-standard mortals. The downside? We're only allowed to bring 3 ghosts. If any of the elementals use any of their powers while in the circle of protection, they risk breaking the items supporting the circle, which removes our defenses. So, yeah, it's a bit of a bugger. Instead of bringing... It's a tough call. I mean, sometimes I go with Cladiclaws just because Cladiclaws is a decent ghost. Then again, there is the mat in the center of the room where Shivers could go. But, you know, I kinda can't say no to good old Static. There's a lot of electrical fetters in this mission, and Static is a powerful ghost. So, yeah. Oh, before we do that, let's look at the recommended team. Well, they managed to get the elemental circle of protection part right, and they got one of the wraiths, one of the spooks. But, also, it doesn't really matter which elementals you bring, just bring any 3. So...
away from the sorority house.
Here's their circle of protection, and here's Firetail.
Witches, I, a salamander of the noble flame, deign to attend their ritual in person when called upon to act as guardian of the South, and I'm rewarded with neglect. They failed to dismiss me. So I remain enjoined in the fire of this brazier while it still burns.
Basically means he can't leave until the fire is put out, or until we conquer the witch's circle of protection. Behold.
Your elementals have subverted the witch's circle of protection. Now your own haunters will be immune to the witch's magic.
I thank you, kind entity. Though I now refuse to answer the incantations of mortals, I will gladly aid your struggle.
So, that's the first ghost freed. Noticed he isn't auto-benched because that would kind of ruin the thing we're going for, but now, the next ghost we're looking at.
It's, like, totally out there. I'm, like, in a mirror, you know? And I've been practicing all my new routines, you know, as a ghost. I keep trying this clone routine, but it's, like, totally impossible. Maybe it's, like, the hair! If I could practice with something easier for me to copy, I could totally nail it.
Yeah, what that means is that we've got to get someone with the same hairstyle as her inside this room so that she can use her power clone, which she can't use for some reason because she's not very good at it yet, to get her hands on a mortal's form. Blair Wetchel is the person with the same hairstyle, and Booze Rattle Chains has the power to cause mortals to jump about. So we're going to set him up there doing that, and meanwhile we're going to take a look at the other trapped ghost, Hogwash.
Am I glad to see you? Check out this crazy, crusty light source device. How retro is this? Those freaky voodoo chicks downstairs accidentally trapped me here while, like, making that spooky protection circle? I'm really gonna need something a bit more, you know, current if I'm gonna bust free. Something with a bit of juice to it.
What that means is you have to put an electrical fetter in this room. There are a couple of ways of doing this. Yeah, Boo is going to draw all sorts of people to that room. But in the time being, Tony Topillo. He's an electrical fetter. He's got some kind of electrical device on him that makes him count as an electrical fetter. So we're going to bounce back to him and have him use Spock. In the meantime, it might be worth scaring some of these sorority girls to drum up some more power. We are working with 110 here, which isn't brilliant. Now, you don't need to scare away the sorority girls in order to win this mission, but sometimes it's kind of hard not to. I mean, Hell and High Water has, as far as I'm concerned, the lowest terror bar in the game concerned with the belief bar that she's got. She's, like, impossible to not scare away. So you can see the witches are shaking their hands around. One of them is probably going to detect some of my ghosts. They can't get rid of my ghosts, but they can still find them. So, in this mission, you don't need to scare away everybody, just the witches. But if you scare away other people too, you know, that's more points. So I'm going to use Ghostly Apparition. And that got her. Is it going to get Susan? Is it going to get Susan? Is she going to turn around and see the Ghostly Apparition? Come on, Susan. Right. We should probably not do too much damaging stuff just yet, because we don't have Blair Wetchel up in the room with Tricia. Not that Tricia's a useful ghost, mind you. She's just... Oh, she's heard the rattling of chains. She's going to investigate. Alright, let's go to Tony. Yo, Tony. Listen, man, I need you to run, terrified, somewhere else. Anywhere but the room you're currently standing in. As far as I'm aware, Tony doesn't voluntarily leave the upstairs. Oh, we got the clone done. Yeah, let's turn that off. So we've got Tricia, first mirror ghost in the entire game. Forget exactly what their class of ghost is referred to with, but hey, doesn't really matter. Now, in an effort to get Tony Topillo down here, we're going to have him use Rattled Chains, but there's another way to go about this too. Once Trisha's freed, you can use her power ethereal gift, which creates a fetter for one ghost. This fetter can be bound. Any ghost that doesn't have like inside or outside can be bound to it. Notice I'm hovering over it, and just every now and again it flickers on. All the ghosts that have fetters can be bound there. So if we get her into the room with Hogwash... Come on, not that fucking hard. Oh. Mulliganed my own rattle chains there. Fuck that up. Where's Tony? Tony! You're outside. Wonderful. If I send you running, will you go to Hogwash, or at least pass through the room where he's in? Let's hope so. Got him. So if he goes up to that water fountain and then back through this room, he's running around. No, you see, Tony. You can't do that. You need to do this. Run in fear, mortal fool. So you can just sort of camp wherever I put you and just make more ethereal gifts. Hang on, just go in here. I think it's kind of nifty that you can put ghosts inside of mirrors. Oh, she's so close to entering the room to free Hogwash. Hogwash is amazing. He has Surge and Blackout. Come on, come on, come on. There we go.
Wait, you gotta serve the lightning, dude. I'm so totally amped.
Wonderful. Hogwash is free. Tirish is free. Boo's free. Boo is always free. Right. We no longer care. We literally no longer care. Let's just nuke the place. Let's just fucking nuke the place, ladies and gentlemen. Right. Where's Susan? Susan's outside. Susan's also not very fond of a buck, as I found out earlier. The positive thing about the witches is that they've got a massive belief bar, which makes them ridiculously easy targets. Hope you don't like darkness. ×2 damage modifier. Kill. Right, wonderful. Strange vision in the main room. Cher appears to be the most resilient of these witches. But if I hit her with a good old kinesis attack, that should do something. Oh! 2 birds with 1 stone. That was not a comment about women being birds, by the way. That was just a poorly used metaphor. And that doesn't work, so now he's going to cause a leak. I'll have Buck go in here and use one of his many AoE attacks, because that's useful. Got Michelle. Right. Cher's the only one we need to scare away of the remaining witches. But she's pulling the fast one. She's running from room to room very quickly. You can't hide from me forever, witch. I know all your tricks. And soon you're going to know all of mine. Kinesis, 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 kinesis. Eat it. Let's put a dense swarm out in the... No, not in the other room. You're just going to stay in here like a coward. Well, just makes you more of a target, I'm afraid. Swarm strike. Header, header, header. Wham! Right. I think it's time for the big finale. Hogwash, is your surge already charged? Right. Light 'em up, Daddy-O! And we've got them all. All the witches are scared. All the ghosts are benched. Oh, we pretty much scared away everyone else too. Well, I guess we can call this an absolute victory. Might even get triple pumpkins, though I'm not counting on it. And... success! Oh, 42 seconds. Well, that's a nice lot of gold plasm anyway, so, you know, I think I'll cope. Okay, that was Face Packs and Broomsticks. Next time, Poultrygeist. But, in the meantime, I wish you all a good evening, or morning, or whatever time zone you exist in currently. That's one thing that I've noticed with this thing that's swiftly becoming my video sign-off. I don't accommodate for people in different time zones, so I should start doing that somehow. I don't know how I'm going to do that. I might just cut this from the end of the video, who fucking knows.